An amazing week of sport coming to you from Germany, from Stuttgart. A wonderful mix, everything from pony jumping to eventing to driving and, of course, top-class show jumping as well. Some brilliant winners through the day already today. Isabel Verd with the World Cup win in dressage, and Boyd Excel at the very, very best of his game. Just builds up for a wonderful Super Saturday here in Stuttgart. It is going to be a wonderful lineup of competition to come for you tonight here from the Stuttgart German Masters.
Well, welcome to Stuttgart. As we said, Steve, a fantastic new format for Clip My Horse TV. We're so proud to bring it to you. It is, of course, called In and Out. We are in with all the sporting action live, as per usual, as you'd expect from us here on Clip My Horse TV. But, of course, we step out of the sport here in this particular version of what we're doing. We're bringing you all of the inside, all the specialist reporting.
Absolutely.
We're getting to know the horses and the riders that we so love, and it's such a joy.
Absolutely. Been getting behind the scenes with lots of people. And if you were following on last night, amazing night of sport with the German Masters itself. In fact, we brought you two big classes yesterday as well. Not only the German Masters, but during the day we saw a fantastic win for Steve Gers in our opening speed class as well. He then went on to win the German Masters exactly the same way that Harry Charles did last year, did the double. It was a pretty special day overall.
Amazing, amazing day, and I believe we can take a look at it now.
Absolutely. Here's Steve Gers and what he had to say after last night's fantastic success.
Yeah, I'm super happy. It's a class I've always been looking up to, and never was able to win it. I came close a few times, but this is really something that was on my bucket list, and I'm really, really happy. It was a fantastic class, as always, amazing jump off. So I'm very, very happy about the win. Well, I know that I still have a few issues in my jump-offs with dynamics, as good as she is, and how successful we've been already, but the jump-off are always a little bit difficult. That's also why I wanted to show today, because we really need to improve our jump-offs. So I didn't plan too much. I just tried to go as fast as I can, because we have to learn to get faster together. And yeah, it played out on our side and showed up well, and was just enough.
There's nothing between them. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, look at the clock. He has done it by the smallest margin available in show jumping. 1/100th of a second. That is the difference between first and second.
I think everybody knows dynamics by now, and she's probably one for the history book, and still at the beginning of her career, so many more great times.
Amazing night for Steve, as we said. But, I mean, that was, Amy, on his bucket list.
Absolutely, and that's what he said. We caught up with Steve in the warm-up last night, and he was telling us about how, as a young man, this was a hope and a dream on the bucket list. He used to watch it on the telly with his parents when he was a kid. Just goes to show you, you are never too big for hopes and dreams. You never let them go. You've always got them, no matter how successful you are. And
you always want to win, which is why we've got Shane Breen of Ireland with us. Shane, very good evening to you. You're going to be competing in our big class tonight. Amy, we're looking forward to this.
We certainly are. Now, Shane, Cato Boy you've got in this class. Tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to with this one.
Yeah, I suppose, as Steve, we all have our bucket list, so I'd love to win this one. I think Cato Boy is well up for the challenge. He's a very scopy, careful horse. He's quite a big horse, so the indoors are challenging. But this Stuttgart is a wonderful arena, and we have a great course builder today with Christia. So I'm really looking forward to it.
What's been your take on the week so far? How's it gone so far for Shane Breen?
For me, it's been interesting. I have some new horses, some younger horses, and I think they've performed extremely well. I haven't had a win, but jumped quite a few clear rounds, and you know, it's little steps sometimes, but to be at a show like this, you know, you have to be on your A game, and it is a fantastic step up for some of my horses, and I'm very, very proud of them.
And talking horses in here as well, Michael Duffy has a horse, BE Skyhawk, that you bred.
Yeah, it's very exciting. He's an 8-year-old. This is a big challenge for him here tonight. Michael is super excited about riding him in it, and I'm excited to watch how he goes. I think he's an amazing horse for the future. So, yeah, very exciting.
Looking forward to that. Amy, we've seen amazing jumping so far, and I'm sure we're not done yet.
No, absolutely not. We were talking a little bit about that percentage gains, like you were just mentioning. How important is every little tiny thing when you're coming to a show like this, as you say, building that experience for these horses?
Yeah, it's all detail. You know, you make a plan for the horse way in advance, and then it's, you know, you do certain shows, certain classes, trying to build them up for a class. Like when we look at Steve Gerda last night, that was on his bucket list to win that class. He pulled out his top mare, and he did the job by 1/100th of a second. But what an amazing class to watch, you know, and it's fantastic to, you know, you've the young pony class there today, these kids, and it's amazing for them to watch those classes and then get into this arena and compete for themselves. It's, you know, it's looking ahead to the future.
Absolutely. Your own daughter's been competing in some of those series as well. For you tonight as well, let's talk format. 2 rounds of competition, should you make it into the top 9 from that point of view. Reverse order. So the first round becomes almost a qualifying round. It's a bit of strategy.
Yeah, and as a rider, we're thinking about making the second round and having the best draw. So obviously, a good speedy first round clear gives you the back end of the draw, and then you can look at your competitors going ahead. And you know, nowadays, because of the sport is so professional, there's so many top riders that it does help to be at the end of a draw and watch what they are doing, because the margins, like we see last night, 1/100th of a second, it's not even a stride. So even on, you have related lines, and you know, it might be 6 or 7 strides, and you have to watch what the others are doing. And it's even around the turns we're counting strides now. It's gone, you know, the margins are that fine nowadays. And then you have, my horse is quite a big horse. He's not naturally that quick. And so I have to do less strides than some of the other competitors. So we all have our own strategy, and we know our horses, and we try, and we have to be cautious, but we also have to take risk.
So you're going to be having a very detailed run into this class of how you analyse that course from when you've got that all in your head as well.
Yeah.
Well, Shane, good luck tonight. Big night tonight, and a big weekend as well, of course, building towards that FEI Longy World Cup qualifier as well. Might be a big week for the Irish, we will see. There's a couple of you competing here this week as well. So good luck to you all. Dennis Lynch and Michael Duffy also to fly the flag. So as long as the anthem plays out, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, we don't mind who wins.
Sure.
Absolutely. Shane, good luck tonight. We've also talking Irish riders, and we talked a little bit there about the future as well. We caught up with one of the pony riders here this week as well, and many of those have come out of Ireland brilliantly too, James Derwin, and he take us through his interviews as well as being interviewed. Here he is.
Well, one really important part of this amazing show here this weekend in Stuttgart is the pony competitions, and we're joined now by a pony rider and a pony. We're in the stable with James Derwin and Bob. Don't mind Bob. Bob is having some hay. James, all the way over from Ireland here in Germany this weekend, and the competition's kicking off for you. What brings you to Stuttgart?
It's a great show, really, and I was here 2 years ago and had was great jumping.
Yeah, who do you like watching in that arena in there?
I suppose Richard Vogel he's a really good rider, and Steve Gerhardt, Marcus Enning. Yeah, there's just great riders here.
Now, you said Richie's here this weekend, and actually what we're going to do is we're going to send you over there. So you got a chance to ask him those questions. Let's take a look at what you found out.
Hi Richie, I want to know how you prepared for coming not only to this show but to all the shows that you go to, and how do you prepare to get such good results that you always get? And
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm a big believer that, you know, the warm-up at the show is actually just to get the horses warmed up. It's, you know, more important to do a good homework at home.
What's one last piece of advice that you would give to me now?
I think something very important is to have idols in the sport, and when the warm-up brings, watch your idols, watch all them good riders, how they prepare for the class, and don't hesitate, you know.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for today, and
no worries.
Best of luck on Sunday.
You too.
Thank you.
Well, lovely way to finish off. Amy, I think we've got a bit of a challenge for the interviewing job.
We certainly do. I better watch it.
As we can see and hear in here, the atmosphere is revved up. Well, they've got their dance cam going. We've been dancing in the stands. Everything from YMCA and Cotton Eye Joe's been going.
I've had to keep Stephen on a leash.
Yeah, exactly. For you, you've had a fantastic week getting out to meet so many of the riders there, just a few of them. And also horses, and you've been getting quite up close and personal with one or two.
Yeah, I don't think the cameras can see it, but my hand is actually covered in horse love bites. I met a very special horse this afternoon, and boy oh boy, does he like to use his teeth.
Yeah, just give you a little friendly, friendly hi. Well, we have been catching up with the riders throughout the week competing in these classes, and one of which is a hugely experienced one from Norway, and we're going to go and meet horse and rider here as well. Delighted to have her with us. She has the fantastic Papa Roach, and Amy headed out to go and see Victoria Glixon.
Well, Vicky, thanks so much for joining us here and having a chat. We're meeting you in Stuttgart. You've already had a pretty epic winter season. Helsinki, Oslo, you're on this World Cup trail. Where does it take you next, and are you looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, thank you for having me, first of all. So I'm here in Stuttgart, one of my favorite shows. I think it's an incredible venue. It's a incredible horse venue, to be honest, where they really take care of the horse welfare. We have good stables and good arenas, good ground. Very big arena, it's like an outdoor. It's incredible atmosphere because when you have the stands all the way up to the roof, and you have this huge arena with like a little bit of water, and I think that makes it an atmosphere where you feel like the public is with you, and I think that's incredible.
And we probably ignored someone pretty important who's standing with us. It is, of course, Mistral.
Yes,
Or
exactly.
He's Mr. As we call him.
Yeah, Mr. Because he wants to be the boss, and he's in charge of everything, and he's the control. Yeah, he's my partner. Without him, I wouldn't succeed as well as I've been doing with the Olympics and everything. I'm very, very lucky to be able to have this horse from my horse owner, Kuhn. And I have my other good horse, Equine America Papa Roach, that has jumped the big class yesterday.
His nicknames is Poppy and Lipsy, because here he has very much over lips, but he's also a very good kisser. Papa Roach is like an explosive bomb that you never know when explodes. He has a really special personality, but you kind of just have to learn how he is. I have now been working with him for 2 years, and we have got to know each other very well, and we really trust each other, but it's like I say, sometimes he just explodes out of nowhere. But he can also be really sweet like he is now. And yeah, he's an old man, but he loves it to go to the shows, and yeah, he's really special for all of us, and he is Victoria's once-in-a-lifetime horse, and yeah, he's really special for us.
Well, a nice build through for what's going to be a fantastic showdown here tonight on this Saturday night here in Stuttgart. 9 go through, absolutely perfectly worked out. 0 scores across the board for them as well. And as you've been following through, Peter de Vos, the last there to go, he'll go in reverse order with Jorina. Richard Vogel looking really impressive with Crack HV, a horse that's coming through for him. And Pierre Schwitzer, those coming through early on, can well put the pressure on here. And this is where the strategy plays into this. Although they get prime position, if you like, first pole on the grid, going last, having qualified into that position, well, the early runners might well decide to really lay it down and say, come and get me. Let's see how it plays out. We also caught up with a number of our riders. Amy was out there in the warm-up to see what they had to say, including, of course, the world number 1, Henrik von Eckermann.
Tim, you were one of our first clears tonight. They're hard to come by out there, these clear rounds, though.
Yeah, I think it's a really difficult class. It's not so many times I ride such classes. Okay, this year a few times I went in 155. So when I walked the course, I found it tough enough. And yeah, my horse jumped really well, I have to say. And I'm really happy, yeah.
We know this is a home ground for you. This is like a local show. It'd be nice to get a prize here this evening.
Yeah, for me that means really, really a lot because I live. It's not my real home, but I live here now for a few years, and I really like it here. And the show it's amazing. And then if you come inside and there are so many people, and you do a clear round, and it means even more. Yeah.
Well, congrats. Well, Henrik, a lovely round there for your little mare. She's just 9. How did it go for you?
Yeah, she's a fantastic jumper. She has all the quality and really elastic horse. Rideability I don't have perfect yet, as I think you could see. But still we are on a good way. And like I said, she have an unbelievable fighting spirit. And you can feeling like she would run through fire. So now it's an amazing horse.
Really, really special to have one like that. I noticed earlier you'd come down to the warm-up and you were giving her just a little bit of time on the flat. Is that an important part of your preparation?
Yes, because she has so much blood. So before the class, close before I have to ride, that I have a feeling that she is really, I can put a little bit leg on even, that she just relax and get really long. I mean, she's a little bit short sometimes, so I want to get her as long as possible. And that's the work I do. And of course, after the class, when she's also a bit excited, it's very important to come out with the horses and jog them off, and just for the body and for the mind to relax again.
Well, thank you for setting a great example. She was wonderful tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, Wilm, clear rounds very difficult to come by out there tonight. How did the course ride for you?
Yeah, it was not so easy, but the horse is 9-year-old. He's coming really careful in the ring. So, it was not so easy, but he did a good job.
Excellent. And hopeful of going through to that second round. Will you do anything particular to prepare?
No, and I don't going to overdo it. He's only 9-year-old. He's very green on this height. So I hope I can make a nice end of it.
Congratulations. I hope to see you in that second round.
Thank you.
Well, Harry, a great clear round. We're saying they're pretty hard to come by out there. How did you feel that road tonight?
Yeah, time is pretty short, and I must say this is the first time for my horse. He's jumping such a big class. It's a new horse, upcoming horse, and I thought he did brilliantly. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's interesting to bring a horse that's new and upcoming, like you say, to a show like this. Is it overwhelming for them, do you think?
Yeah, okay, but they need to get used to all types of rings and all types of fences. But he felt very good last week. He felt very confident this week. So that's why I decided to put him to try it tonight.
Fantastic. Well, all the best for the second round.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Well, Tim, you were very quick out there today. They're pretty hard to come by, those clear rounds, as we're saying. How did it ride for you?
Yeah, it was really a perfect round for me. And normally, Sinano is a horse a few times with time falls. And so I tried to go in the inside. After the triple combination, I turned inside to the number 9, and I think that was the key to keep in time. And yeah.
Well, luck was on your side. Best of luck in the second round.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, the conclusion of the class there with Peter de Vos as the winner. It went exactly as it should have done based on the lineup for the second round there, Amy. The last to go wins the class, jumped himself into pole position.
Absolutely, and it was a phenomenal jump-off. We saw everything in that jump-off round, didn't we, really? And it was exceptional on his behalf, narrowly taking it out from Harry Smulders, of course.
Absolutely, and Harry Smulders talked to you about how impressed he was with the 9-year-old Casper there, and looked so good once again.
Yeah, really, really good there. And Harry talked about the fact that this horse and the horses of this age and stage really need exposure to these big environments, big atmospheres, and it was a remarkable round for the horse that needs that and really wanted that experience.
And certainly has, and looks like we're going to get our winning rider in there, Peter de Vos.
Here he is.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Girina J, let's talk about that round there. I mean, just you started off that first ride, looked so impressive, that first line down there, and you never let up.
Yeah, okay, I had a bit the advantage, of course, that I was last to go. I knew a little bit where were the difficulties. The turn to the double was very, very tight, and I knew for her it would be too difficult, so I needed to catch up somewhere else. She has a very big stride, so I knew 1-2 I could do one less. And then keep my plan and maybe accelerate to the last, so I did what my plan was, and it worked out.
Well, you jumped your way into that position in the first round.
Yeah.
How did she feel right the way through?
Yeah, she had a little bit of a off start here the first day, because I was supposed to ride her in the World Cup, to be honest. But she didn't feel very good the first day, not a little bit insecure. So I was already very happy that she jumped the first round like this, very easy, and I could do a very quick round without overdoing her. So it was a very good feeling.
Very impressive stuff.
Yeah, we talked to a few of the riders who's saying it's really important for the slightly younger horses to get more exposure to these big environments. We were just talking about that. Is that something that you consider for her?
Okay, normally she has already a bit more experience, but again, as I said, the first day was not as planned, and then you always have not the same the feeling going in, and you know you can take risks, but not all the risks. Like turning into that double was for me a very difficult option, but at the end I didn't have to do it.
And Pete, it's always good to finish with a big crowd here in Stuttgart.
Yeah.
It's always an impressive crowd.
Yeah, it's a super atmosphere here, to be honest, especially last to go in. I had the same 5 years ago when I won the World Cup here. I also had to go in last, and I had a little bit of a flashback, so it was nice.
Absolutely. Well, it's a good flashback. Hopefully it might be a flashback looking at tomorrow as well. We'll see in the rest of the season coming up.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank
Now
you.
we're going to let you head across to
evening.
the presentation.
Congrats,
Well done.
Peter. Well done.
Thank you.
Peter
Bye-bye.
Voss, fantastic for him. He's got to go and pick up his ribbons and all the other things that go with it.